channel. Today I have a collection video to share with you. It's going to be my mid-year collection checkup video because I'm only going through my active collections and not any binders that I've archived or anything that, like, if I finished a binder and I put it away, it will not be mentioned in here. It's going to be more about like what I'm going to complete, what I have to complete, or just kind of like a checkup until my final end of the year wrap up that I will be doing either in December or January. So without further ado, let's get started with my smaller collections and then we'll end on my bigger collections. I do want to say I want to try something maybe a little bit different. If I have like a story to tell or something about how I got into these groups, I'll let you know. I think it was Frosty Subin who had done this in her previous one, and I felt that that is kind of a good approach to go through it, like instead of just explaining what every card is. So you'll get maybe a little background depending on if I have something to actually say or not. So for my smaller collections, I have my smaller collections binder, which are separated by color. So first I have Rui from xlov, and of course xlov, they are a 4-member boy group or a they group who are pushing the boundaries of gender in K-pop. So I knew Rui from Boys Planet days, as I was a Boys Planet watcher, and so I am completely done with his collection. As I am recording, I've traded for the last 2 cards that I have for him, so these 2 are going to come, and then I just have this is a POB, and then these are just some random inclusions that you get that I just happen to keep. 9i, I collect Eden and Vaughn. Eden is my main bias, Vaughn is my second bias, and I got to know them by a YouTuber who did like a thing with them. I think it was a Edward Avila, I think, who, or something, I think that's his name, did the interview with them, and I love them. So and then I just kept loving their music, and so the only card I'm missing for this collection is Vaughn's Orange Back for the New World, this one here. I've never found it. It's so hard to find, but yeah, this is the only one I'm missing. I don't know actively what's going on with 9i. I know they left their first stone or first one company, and now I don't know what's, like, I think I heard that they're like looking for a company to pick them up, and they're so talented. Like, it's so sad. I want them to do well. Like, it just hurts. Another group is Lightsum, and I collect Nahyun and Juhyun is my bias. Nahyun is my second bias, but I also knew her from PD48 as well as another member, which was Choan. Choan and her were both in Produce 48, and so I collected, that's how I got to know the group, and then I shortly started collecting because I really liked them. So these are, so it would be like Nahyun and Juhyun, and then I did collect a little bit of POBs for Juhyun, and then I just have a page of POBs for Nahyun, and that's it for them. And then Fantasy Boys, it's a very small collection, and it's like basically from Pitter Patter Love upwards because I really enjoyed Pitter Patter Love, and so Minso and Sungmin are my biases, but Minso is my main bias, which is why I collect him now. So I'm almost done. I'm missing this Sungmin, and then Minso, I'm missing his Glare version for the Undeniable comeback. And one of my friends was telling me that it got pushed back, like their their physical album with BEA like collab, so we'll wait for that one. But yeah, this is it for my smaller collections binder for now. Next, I have my sserafim binder, and I collect Yoonjin, and as a Produce 48 girly, she was my main pick, but at the time we weren't allowed to vote, so I never got a say. But yeah, that's how I knew her. And then when I knew she was joining sserafim with Cheon and Sakura, I was like, okay, well, this is gonna be amazing. So I was really happy about their debut, and I love most of their songs going forward anyways, so I'm just really happy collecting her. I'm happy that she stayed an i-dle, like seriously. And I think I am complete with, yeah, so I completed her newest for the crazy era, and yeah, I'm just waiting for the cards to come in, but otherwise it's complete. Okay, I have, this is my biggest A5 collection, and it is Sunghan from evnne. First of all, I love Sunghan so much. I'm really happy he got to debut in evnne. I'm really happy like about evnne's sound, how they're doing right now. Like they're doing really well, and I'm really happy for them. So I know they're having a comeback, and I will be setting up for it. I haven't done so yet, but it's in my future plans. So I start with the album cards for every era. So we have Target Me, and then we have the Unseen, and then we have Ride or Die. We have Hot Mess and Hot Mess, and then we start with pre-order benefits, except for his Starlight Boy card, I guess, or whatever, the Boys Planet card. And so this starts Target Me, and I do collect quite a bit of his POVs, and I do have quite a bit coming in for my next haul as well. But this is Target Me, and I do separate them in kind of like batches, as you'll see. So like this ends Target Me, and now we start like the Unseen. So this is all the Unseen POVs that I have. And oh, he looks so great. I love collecting him. Like truly, I'm obsessed. And this is Ride or Die. And I was thinking to myself a few days ago, I was like, I don't have that much for Hot Mess, and I need to change that. And so I did. I did. I got a lot of pre-order benefits for him. Now this ends Ride or Die, and then this is my little Hot Mess section. Oh, like that's it. Okay, so that's literally all I have. All right, so we're gonna need quite a few more pages, but I'm really happy to continue. And then this is merch stuff, like FanCon stuff, merch, like season's greetings. Anything of the like. I put them just all here. And then I have his larger inclusions, which I do actively collect. I don't know if I'm missing any. I think I have most of them. Oh, I would need his other Hot Mess one. Okay, that's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll find it. So that's it for evnne. All right, so now for my boy groups, I do collect, I feel like quite a bit, but I just collect their like album cards, a little bit of other like POB or merch cards randomly. So for Tomorrow We're Together, I do collect Subin, and I collect just like his Korean album cards, which is mostly all this. I think I don't collect much of their Japanese versions if they're in here. I might change that for one of my collections, but we'll wait for a little bit before I decide that. So I can't even tell you when I think I really liked Subin during Blue Hour. I think I wasn't sure about the song at the beginning, and then it just constantly was like an earworm, and I just was so obsessed with it. And then like I think it was 1x0 love song or equals love song or something like that. That's the song that really got me into them. And then Loser Lover was really good as well. So I really do like their song and their music. And it was a toss-up who I was going to collect, but I ultimately decided to go for Subin, and I'm really happy I did. I know he is the most expensive, or one of the more expensive members, but I'm very happily collecting him. It's not a rush or anything. Oh, I forgot this thing. Yeah, so originally I did have a card here. I forgot about that. I decided to put it kind of where it belongs. So I decided to put him here just because it made sense, and the other one was just like a clear card POB from K-Town, and I just kind of I might put that up for like sale or something like that. I don't know, but I just decided that I'd rather keep this one here anyways. So next is wayv. Oh, I do collect, sorry. It's not that I collect larger inclusions, but if I receive them, if I buy albums and they come with a larger inclusion of my bias, then I'll store them in here. It's not necessarily that I collect or trade for them, it's just that I've received them. So anyways, for wayv, it's Yang Yang. Love Yang Yang for a while. I back collected for him a lot actually at the beginning, but I'm 3 cards away from finishing him up, and then I did have the season's greetings here, and then just random POBs or merch cards that I received. And this is part of the season's greetings that I got. So yeah. And CT Dream, I collected Jamin, and I think from Boom Boom. Yeah, from Boom Boom, I really liked him. I liked his voice, I liked his visual, I don't know, he was just so like attracted, like I was attracted to him. On the video I'd be like, oh, who's that guy? So it's Jamin. So again, another expensive member, but I did finish this, and I know they're coming with a comeback, so I have to set up for that as well. And then this whole page started because of this one PC, because I do have his plushie, and it's really cute, and I love this PC. Is like one of my favorite things ever. So next I have Stray Kids, and I do collect Han. Stray Kids, I knew them for a long time. Like I think like Elevator, I knew them from, like I didn't watch their survival show or anything, but I remember like content coming up, and I was absolutely enamored by Han. Like he's just such a great character. Like he has a good character is what I meant to say. And I think Miro was like, oh, like I really like that title track, and I just kept on liking the ones that came afterwards. I don't know. So I collected everything for Han. It's everything, sorry. I collected all his album PCs, and I do sometimes have like a POB thrown in here, just if I receive it. So yeah. And then oneus, I think Road to Kingdom was when I was introduced. Oh no, it wasn't Road to Kingdom. It was their song. I can't remember what the title was. I might just like put it here somewhere. But they were really good, but I didn't get to know the members or anything until Road to Kingdom, and I had a friend who really liked oneus, and they were like one of her alts, so she did teach me a lot about the members, and I decided I really liked so I decided to collect him. And now he's in the military and all, but I just recently received his hatchling album, so I do have a few things on the way. I do have a few things to put away. And then these are some POBs, season's greetings, again, merch cards that just don't really have a, they have a place here in the back. Next and lastly is boynextdoor, where I collect Jaehyun, and this is the collection I might be planning on collecting some of his Japanese cards, but we'll see how easy they are to get. I wanted to finish his, which I did finish, this entire Nojara album. It's finished, so I'm wondering if I should also start collecting his Japanese albums, but it's a project and we'll see how that goes. So that's it for this. Alright, so next up is my girl groups binder, and I house 3 girl groups in here. So first off is Dreamcatcher. They are one of, or actually my favorite girl group, and they have been since 2017. Sua has been my ride or die for a very long time as well, so but yeah, when Catch Me came out, I was obsessed with it. Then Good Night came out and I was even more obsessed with it, and I'm just like, I've been an insomnia ever since. So, and I did go see them in a concert. They came here to Montreal, so I was able to see them as 7 members. I'm really glad about that. So I do have a page of cards I could not bear to part with, and then I did used to collect 3 members of Dreamcatcher, which are UAU basically, but yeah, then I went back to just collecting Sua after Summer Holiday. So, and Summer Holiday was the only one I completed, I think, properly, so this is the only one I kept. But this collection had changed quite a bit since I started it. But I'm very happy to where it is now, and I'm still on the hunt for the UAU album, so I've been doing some trades and stuff like that, so that was fun. And I'm still looking for others, so I do have this card here too as well, so that's really fun. And yeah, and then I have some of her merch and or other cards. I think I got two more or 1 more, I don't remember, but I do have a few on the way. Next is my i-dle collection. I collect Yuki, and these are the only ones I back collected. And then we started with I Love, and I'm missing the infamous jewel case. I think this will be here for a very long time. I'll never find this card. But as for the rest, I'm almost, no, I'm not almost done, never mind. Ignore, but I have quite a bit completed. I think I have one of the special versions. I think it's this one here. So that's exciting. I think I have the QR selfie. Sorry, the QR card. I'm missing the selfie version. And then this, I do have the G version on the way. And then I also have some of her POPs and merch cards and stuff like that yeah. It's just really cute. And then I collect Cheon from Kepler. Here she is. And this collection has been a little bit stagnant, I fear. But I did receive, or like, I purchased a card on Pokemarket, so I do have something on the way. I don't remember which one it is, but I do have something. It's not a priority at the moment for all the groups that are having comebacks, so, but I still value this collection just as much, and I am always excited to receive cards for her. I think it's this one actually. I think I received her other selfie, and I'm still missing her scratch card. So that's gonna be fun. So that's it for now. And we'll move on to my next collection. Next I have Treasure. I do collect 3 members of Treasure. I collect June, Yoshi, and Doyoung. Yoshi is my main bias, and the other 2 are my secondary bias, you can say. So yeah, I remember getting into Treasure. I think it's when they did that series on YouTube, that like thriller, I think it was. My friend who also introduced me to oneus, she would come over every Friday and we would watch the episode that would release, and oh, it was so much fun. And then she got me into Treasure, and I love them. They're so like, they have never came here. I'm so surprised, but they haven't. They have a lot, especially here, they have a lot of fans. So, but yeah, them too. Now they've started, they used to have like a comeback every few months, and now it's like once a year. So yeah. So this card, again, I think I spoke about it the last video. I've never seen it. I favorited this video actually on I favorited this PC on Pokemarket actually, hoping to find like it's in like its sold out phase. It's like, you know, grade, but as soon as it gets back there, I'm purchasing it. Like I keep on checking like every few weeks, every few days, and it's never I don't know when I'll ever find this PC. Same with my i-dle one, exactly the same. So I'm almost done with that collection. Other than that one June card, his kit version, I'm complete with their collection actually. All of the newest comeback I've already completed, and these are some POBs, and it's not like, yeah, so you see they're not all from the same place or anything. And at one point I was collecting like the POBs, but then I stopped like very shortly afterwards. This is because I bought like quite a bit from K-Town, and I think I received both, yeah, the Treasure, like all 12 members, so at the time. And then these are just some duplicates that I just decided to keep, and that's it for now. I do have another, I think I have another Yoshi POV, so I think I might move, I'll do that now actually. I'll move Doyoung over here for when Yoshi eventually comes. And then these are for that from the kit album, and this is from the Yoshi's digipack because I did buy his physical digipack version. And that's all for my treasure collection for now. Next, I have my Obtention binder, and this is a disbanded group, but I'm still collecting their stuff. These are, or they were, one of my alt groups. So I've been a Honey 10 since their first song, So Dangerous, came in 2015. They debuted the same year as 17. And I was so shocked that Hwani sounded so much like Baekhyun. And all I remember was saying, oh, why is Baekhyun in here? What is Baekhyun doing here? And I've followed them ever since. And unfortunately, they had that scandal that happened, and it kind of threw them off the map. But they were a pretty big boy group when they debuted, and like, I'm so sad what happened to them. And Top Media is a shitty company, so there's that. I collected all 7, so there used to be 8 like you saw, but then that went down to 7, and they used to be 10 members, but they used to make, so right, this PC, again, I'll never find it, it doesn't exist, and this PC also, I've never seen it, doesn't exist. So yeah, I'm just hoping eventually I'll like go through some tag of attention and be like, oh my god, somebody decided to sell their entire collection, and then imagine one of Kogyo's or Kun's PCs that I'm missing will be there. I don't know. I love these boys so much. I love their music so much. I'm still working on their kit card thing, so this is still an ongoing project. So I'm missing Kun, I'm missing Bito, Sungyo, and Hwani. And then Novella, also love this comeback, even though it was more like ballad-esque. It worked so well and it was so like vocally charged. I really like it. And then for this, for the love, or yeah, okay, for the code name Arrow, like I'm still looking for their album PCs. I find like one in every blue moon, one every few months I come across. And then sometimes I'll buy their album and just like I hope for the best, because nobody's really trading for them, obviously. But yeah. And yeah, so these are, I'm sorry, I forgot to, these are just like either duplicates of POBs or POBs that I've gotten that are not part of sets. So I have these ones here, and then I also have, no, I think these are only all POBs. And then this starts Donggyeol's solo. So he came out with Howl, so I have these two cards that I received. But I think they're POBs also. I don't think his album came with cards. I don't remember. And then this is part of Hwani and Donggyeol's fan meeting. So, and then this is all 10 of them when they were. And then so yeah, they used to have the circle cards like these. Some of them are drawn on. And yeah, and then I have some of their larger inclusions. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is like a very high priority wish list, but there isn't many people selling, unfortunately. All right, so I'm only showing this one from the boys. This is the active binder for them right now. So I finished all of the unexpected the last During Photo Cards video. So I finished that. And then I do have, these are like Kevin cards that come in albums that are not like, that are extra. If you like the DVD versions and stuff like that, or like jewel case, that kind of stuff. And then these are just all POBs or merch cards, mostly POBs here from all the eras that I've just been so I have like a big OT3 collection. So after the OT3 kind of finished and I started focusing more on Kevin, I repicked up OT3, yes, but for the POVs and stuff, I exclusively collect like Kevin instead. And yeah. Oh, I forgot to fill these with the red sleeves. I was supposed to do that before I filmed this. Yeah, and then the last few are just like merch PCs. Yeah, and that's it. I flipped through this the other day actually, so. My last single bindered group is my 17 for now. We're still in this binder. It's very, very thick. I also started listening to them since Akinda, back the day after they debuted. So the May 26th, I saw, like in my time, is when I saw their music video, and it had been like a few like hours before that it had released, and somebody was like, check them out, they're so good, and I did, and I've been with them ever since. So I went to go see, I've been to a 17 concert twice. Once in 2017 and the other one in 2022, 2021, 2022. I can't remember. The Be the Sun concert, that one there. So I'm pretty much complete. I collect June Joshua Wanu. June is my bias, so I do collect him a little bit more thoroughly. This is bothering me so much. An ode was so easy, I feel like, to get versus like the other ones that started, like the Face the Sun album or something. Like, this was a deception, because by the time we got to like Face the Sun, that was very difficult to collect. This is a page just of the Ataka PCs that I pulled that I really liked and couldn't part with, so I do have them. And then we go into my villain era. My villain origin story belongs here. And it's finally all complete. Like I said, every time I think about wanting to collect an extra member or something, I think about Face the Sun and I remember, and then I don't do it. So yeah. This stupid Joshua card has gone, like, I remember bitching about it being like $12 or something. It's not gone up to like $20 on Pokemarket, so it's not feasible. It'll just stay here until people decide to be normal about PC prices again. This one here too, it's the Wanu with the blanket over his head, which is also going for like 20 something dollars on Pokemarket. Nope. And this is the new era, which I do have quite a few of. I forgot to put the little envelopes, but I do have quite a few of them. So for the kit cards, I do have the new escape ones, so that's good. I just collect June's, so I have a full page, except for this one here too. It's a little bit more expensive. It's not as expensive as like most of the other members, but I'm not deciding to purchase it yet. And this is 13 for Hengare's, their K-Town for You pre-order benefits. And then this is the like fan kit, the fan clubs, like, so like, except for this one here. This one here is like part of the Boyz B, but it's like the Boyz B pre-order or something like that. Like, it's a special card. And then here it starts like 1st gen, 2nd gen, 3rd gen, so all the way to 9th gen. And then Season's Greetings 2020 is the one where he has the cat. It's not, the price has gotten a little bit like less expensive than what it used to be, but yeah, I'm still, we'll wait a little bit. And then this one here is the newest one, and I just haven't seen it, so. And then like I got his birthday box, another MISC or POBs. I have, these are the carrot versions when I was only collecting June's. Some deluxe PC, some of the POBs again, some merch cards. Yeah, this will be part of my 17 June binder that will be in effect as soon as I get my red Meow Cafe binder. On to the next. Okay, so I only have 2 groups right now that have multiple binders. One of them is drippin. These are my active groups, or my active binders. I don't know how much more active they will be, speaking of like drippin, but that's a story for another day. Drippin, they were all part of all of them actually, except for Alex at the time, who then left Drippin, were part of Produce X 101, and I was a Produce X 101 watcher, and so that's how I got into them. So I watched their pre-debut thing that they had going on. They had, even before Alex was brought, it was another member called Sungmin, and they had this song called 1 Minute 1 Second, I think it's called. Very good song. This starts 7 Sins because Alex was officially like out of the group by 7 Sins. So this is why I put them as a 6, like in the 6 spreads like this. The rest are 7 members in my other binder. So yeah. And this is a POB set from 7 Sins. And then I have, this is their 3rd gen. I don't think we have a 4th gen. Is it 3rd gen? 4th gen. It is 3rd gen, yeah. And then this is Beautiful Maze. And also, it was such a good song, and the sales were so good, I literally don't understand what's going on. So, I don't know. And this is a POE set. And then we have the Weekend PCs, so I have these ones. And then I bought another album hoping to pull this set, and I pulled this set again. So I'm still waiting. We'll see eventually if I can find the outside version. And then this is their Ever versions. And then I got a few POV sets that I really like. So yeah. And even on their, like, on Yokio, I went to go search for a few PCs for Yunsong, who's my bias, but these are my alt, this is one of my alt groups. And it's becoming less and less. There's like much less pages on Yokio now, and it's just, I am so depressed. And then here's my Yunsong binder, which I think I do have a few cards for him, but I'm just, this is very sad. I am very sad, so we'll see. I think I have a few cards for him for my next haul, because I collect him like super thoroughly. Like, I need almost every PC that exists with this man's face on it. Yunsong is one of my alts, so I do collect him very extensively. And like, you would see that in like my other binder, but yeah, we're still ongoing. We still have a few spots here for Weekend. We still have a few units. I'm just, oh, I think that's what I have. I have one of the fan con things, like one of the merch PCs I have coming. Anyways, this binder makes me very depressed right now, so. My beloved Yunsong. The last group I have to bring out is zerobaseone. This is a very active collection that I'm still collecting. So this is my smaller A5 binder. It houses all the members that are not Zanghao, basically. So Zanghao is my alt bias if you're new here, and I collect a lot of zerobaseone PCs. I'm an ot9 collector, and then more than that. So this is all the PCs I have that are merch or POBs that are not Zanghaos and that I want to keep, and so I keep them in this binder. So this ends using the shade era, and then it starts like Melting Point, and some of them are from like my Gom. She'll like she'll offer to sell me the ones that have not been sold yet and stuff like that, and I'll just take a few to help her out and stuff, and it doesn't bother me because I love all the members. So I do have my sets like this. I can have them in ot9 sets in my binder, but I'm I have my Zanghao PCs in another binder, and if I were to do that, then I would have to put his card with them or get another one, and I don't like doing either. I don't want to do either. Zanghao's a very expensive member to begin with, so I put them like this in an 8 pattern spread so I can still have an ot9, even though I already have Zanghao's PC of this exact set, but because I'm like a perm claim for him, so I do receive a lot of his PCs. So yeah, again, when I think this one's from K-Town, and I got the whole set. So we're at Feel the Pop, where you had me at hello. I did claim a lot of given, actually. And then I have another set, which is the Butterfly Lucky Draws, and it is soon to be complete. I'm so excited. And then we have 2 merch PCs, and then Cinema Paradise starts. I'm still missing this Gunnock PC. This Handbin PC, it's somewhere. So yeah. And I don't have much for Cinema Paradise, but my GOM is packing up my order, so I will be getting them at some point soon-ish. It's crazy. It's a really big order. Okay. The next binder I will be showing to you is my newest edition, which is my larger inclusions binder for zerobaseone. So I did last binder maintenance video, I decided to set up my larger inclusions for zerobaseone because I do actively collect them. I do have trades, by the way, for people who also collect larger inclusions, if you'd like to, on my trade sale Instagram. But these are a few ot9 stuff. So this is from the first FanCon, and then I do collect Hao for everything. I collect Hanbin for his larger inclusions, and then either Matthew or Gyuvin. In this layout, I can collect both Matthew and Gyuvin, which is because before they were 3 pocket pages. So now I'm collecting both of them. And look at this Gunnock. I will always point this out because he's so freaking cute. If they're 2 pocket pages or they don't fit into a 3 pocket, or sorry, a 4 pocket now, it's just Halbin. It's Halbin. I'm missing this Matthew still. I'm missing this Gyuvin. I don't know why I have this here, but, and then I have from their second, no, I was gonna say their season's greeting, but I'm pretty sure this comes with their good night season's greetings. I was gonna say their second membership. That's what I wanted to say. So yeah, for the postcards, I still need Matthews. And for this, I still need Hanbins. This one here, Matthews. I have everybody's ticket. I'm just keeping Zanghao and Hanbins here. Again, Zanghao and Hanbin. Wait, did I mix that up? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. And then I'm still missing Zhanghao's romance version and Gyuvin's slate. And here I have some of the larger, again, just Halbin. And then for this, I'm missing Gyuvin and Hanbin. And then for my cards, I did receive Matthew recently in a trade. So I'm just missing Zhanghao's prescription card. And I'm missing the other version of the unit cards. And then I have these 2 random Zanghao stuff on the back. So that's it for right now. I'm still missing quite a bit, and I feel like this is going to take me a minute to complete. It's not a high priority, but it is still a zerobaseone collection. So next, we'll take out my big 3-inch binder, which houses my entire zerobaseone ot9 collection. I collect ot9 for all album PCs except for the Japanese ones. So when they have 50 million cards, I will collect them all. So they do have an album coming out soon. I heard their pre-release, which is kind of like the Dr. Doctor or the Sweat. I think it's called like Slam Dunk. Am I wrong? I don't remember, but yeah, I saw some clips of them performing it, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna perform it at KCON, which is in a few weeks. So I'm caught up until the latest album, and I have like, they're all completed. Like, they're just not here, but I am completely caught up for them. So I'm excited to collect their album PCs again, but at the same time, week one, give me a break. I say that, but also like, have a concert in Canada, please. So who knows? We have Feel the Pop. I have all their polka thingy. Their other polka cards. A romance version. The romance stickers. The sci-fi version. The sci-fi circle cards. The digipack. Their digipack. There's a rose version. There's a rose units. It's like a kit album. Is that what they called it? I don't remember what they called it, but and then these ones here, I have them all on the way to me. I finally found Guven's keycap, and my Gome has an extra handbin band-aid, so that's good. So that's it for this binder until their next comeback. All right, so this is my Zanghao binder with the Japanese PCs and all his POBs and a few like larger inclusions that are like the perfect size of this, so I keep them in here. So this is the Yura Yura album, and then because I had these two Ricky and Guven's, I collected these two like album pieces. And then this is the present album, and I do have these two coming in that really big go. I have a whole bunch of POBs from the Japanese stores, so, and then this one here is just too big to fit into my other binder. I didn't realize how big this PC was, so I kept it in here, but I think it's a Japanese cinema card, is it? In Japan, yeah, it's the Japanese cinema, like Timeless World thing. And then this starts my POBs. So I have all the POBs, all of them. So this is the Youth in the Shade POBs. And then, sorry, these were the Youth in the Shade. Remember when it was just 3 pages? Can't remember. And here starts Melting Point, had a whole bunch. But they were very cute. Like, they were like one of the cuter eras. And then, is it here? It starts Feel the Pop? Because then Feel the Pop kind of, so I put all these ones with this blonde hair, and then, so like Sweat era, and then Feel the Pop. These two are also coming. They will be here. And we're still in Feel the Pop until here. This is Cinema Paradise. So yeah, no, Feel the Pop was intense. Cinema Paradise, also I have these ones. I do have all of these ones. Pretty page. And so this is continuing on. This starts Blue Paradise. So Blue Paradise, like I mentioned in my storing photo cards video, I have to probably like update this. I want this card to go in the middle, but I just have to see where I ended and it's a lot. It takes a lot of like mental strength to do this, so I'm just not ready for that right now. But and then I have his larger inclusions, and yeah. So I did get quite a bit of like more space by taking out all the larger inclusions that I had in there, so we're ready for the next era, I guess. And then lastly, because ZeroBase1 takes up 5 binders, this is the last one, and this houses all the ot9 merch sets, like their season's greetings and stuff, or so season's greetings or fan club cards and stuff like that, they all go here. So these are blue bordered because I also have Zhanghao PCs that are white bordered. So for these ones here, this is like 1st gen. This is their daikon. I got the group one, so I had that one there. And then of course all their Polaroids. And then I bought Zhanghao's and Hanbin's, so I had those. And then the Hyungline group card there. And again, daikon, the season's greetings, 2nd gen, and 2nd gen again. And then there are other season's greetings. And here we start with Zhanghao's photo cards, which are both heart hollowed and white border sleeved. So I really like this. It makes it seem more important, or like he's very important. He is important. So yeah, I started really liking Zhanghao during the Kill This Love stage. Like he was part of like the group of, I think it was 9 at the beginning, like all the time. He was always in my top, but he became my #1 during the Kill This Love stage. So, and then he was my one pick since then. And when it came down to 2 people, I was very scared that Zhanghao was going to be named like 9th or something. I was terrified. And he ended up being 1st, which is wild. And he broke Mnet's history. And he definitely avenged Sakura, but whatever. So this binder comes out in every single one of my storing photo cards video. It is a staple on this channel. There's always something to do in this binder. So this is nothing really new. Again, season's greetings, POB is coming in the next, in that package. And this is the Tangle teaser part 2. And then like Tangle teaser, El China. But since El China, it was a magazine, but it only had like 3 cards, I just put them in the rest because I do have his like magazines stuff in the back as well. I have his showcase card, which is the absolute most beautiful card I've ever seen, and I'm so glad I purchased it when I did. So I see it go for like stupid expensive on Pokemarket. On Nyokyo, it's not so bad, but it's still pretty expensive. But I needed it. You see this card? Like, it's gorgeous. Anyways, so we're still... I did get a few merch things also for the Blue Paradise thing. So I will be receiving some of his photo cards. And then for any units, with or without Zhanghao, obviously I want to collect all the units that Zhanghao is in, but if I receive if I receive units or want units that are like, one of them is with Hao, with Hao, and then one of them is without, I still want both of them. I love them all. They are my literal children. So I also put the album, since they only had 4 during Cinema Paradise, for like their like photo book version, and then for their Zero's version they had like a full 9. I don't understand. Oh, it wasn't You Had Me at Hello, it was Cinema Paradise. So then they learned from their mistake, basically, by only having 4 little unit cards, and they put 9 for Cinema Paradise. So anyways, this one here is coming. I found the second Zhanghao and Tere unit, so that's coming. This one here is just for there. I actually have one with like it's also a long time ago that's coming. It's the one with Hanbin and Yujin. We'll see where that goes. And then I do have their showcase card for Blue Paradise. And then this is the Madame Figaro, I think. No, L'Officiel. So this is the L'Officiel cards that you got with the magazine and the Polaroids. And then this is the Madame Figaro ones with the Polaroids. So yeah, that's my Zhang Hao collection. And it is always an ever-growing collection. They always come out with new things. So yeah. Oh, I guess I should end on here somewhere. What should I end on? I feel like I always end in this binder, but I don't know what to end on properly. Let's end on this one here. I feel like these should be in the center of somewhere else. I feel like, or these should go here. Anyways, that's another detail for another day. So this is all of my collection that I'm currently working on, and that was quite a bit of filming that I had to do. So these are the collections I'm actively working on, and I do have quite a few on the way. I do have a much larger Nyokyo package coming. I'm still waiting for a few things to arrive before I send it out to me, but I do have like I think 10 days left before I need to like run out of storage space and it needs to come to me. However, I've said in my starring photo cards, I do have a new group that I'm collecting, and that's also going to be really fun. And I truly, truly, truly love collecting. It's something I've been doing since 2021, and it's something that even as I grow older, it's not something that I see myself stopping at any time. Like, I just really enjoy my collection, and I'm happy to stay here. If you like any of my collections or also are collecting any of these groups or interested in where things are going, consider subscribing. I guess it's the first time I actually say that. I do want to say thank you so much for 500 subscribers. I did mention it in my little like details or description part of my last video because it literally came the day before I put it up, and I was so overwhelmed just because I collect a lot of groups that are not very collected, or like they're like smaller groups, or not even just smaller groups, just like groups that I don't see many people on here collecting. So thank you so much for following me on this journey for my collections. I'm so happy to keep on seeing them improving from what they were a year ago, and to have all of this recorded on camera. I think it's very fun. I'm really happy for this tiny little community that we have here, and I'll be happily showing my collections in the future. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.